Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2 of Shadowlands is upon us, and I've made a very, very bad life choice. I went on the WoW forums. Now, Shadowlands for me so far has been great. It's been absolutely fantastic. I love Torghast. I absolutely love the pacing of it. I'm really enjoying the dungeons. The themes of the zones are different, they're interesting. The amount of extra things there are to do outside of the standard questing is fantastic. The only thing so far I'm not a fan of is the Maw, and that's a zone that I understand I'm not meant to feel welcomed in. I'm not meant to realistically enjoy. I know it's a game, so it's a very hard balance to find. It's a place that I don't really want to be, and I just find it frustrating and annoying, and I understand that that is down to the fact primarily because I cannot mount in it. You know, we have frustrations enough when we can't fly, let alone when we can't mount up. But I understand that with some runs of Torghast, as time goes on, I'll be able to unlock my little Deathhound mount, and then I'll be able to finally mount up. Risk reward. I like that. Thank you, Blizz. I'm all for that. The people that I've spoken to in the guild kind of feel the same. Overall, it's all good things being said about Shadowlands. They have things to do, or if they're a rusher, they have a lot of time to play on their ults and things like that. But the main thing is that we are all playing because we want to play, not because we must play. And this, I thought, was the very essence of what Blizzard were trying to achieve in Shadowlands. No more huge grinds. Instead, if you want to tick all the weekly boxes in one day, that's fine, you do that. But if you could only play an hour a night, if you're lucky, or maybe you just play at the weekends, then you can still get everything done. There's no stress. There's nothing to worry about. You do you, baby. I found that I can get on with whatever I need to do in an hour or two. Then I can go mount farming, or I can go hunt something, or just literally come across something really weird. The other day I was on my death knight, just doing some leveling, and I came across this little Sinny. This little Sinstone that sits on my shoulder now, and he just walks around telling me about all the sins I should commit and the fun things I should do. It's brilliant, and it's completely out the blue that I found it. It sounds, the way I'm describing it, like it should be utopia for all, wouldn't you think? But it would appear, and this is where we go back to my folly, my mistake of going on the forums, that instead we have people moaning that there is nothing to do in Shadowlands. Now, yes, I know what you're going to say. Grim, it's the WoW forums. It's there for people to literally moan. It's like going on Twitter and expecting people not to be raging about absolutely nothing. It's not going to happen. But what I was seeing was like a whole new level. And the main reason for the moaning was time gating. Dun dun dun. Yep, new expansion, same moans that we've had now since what? On and off in different ways, like forever it seems to be people moaning about this. These people have done everything. They've done it in one day, and now there is nothing to do. We now are in week 2, and they've done all the new content that's dropped in 30 minutes. It's boring, it's rubbish, worst expansion ever. They want to progress in the story, complete all the Covenant levels of renown. And I do understand that. I can see it from their point of view. Apologies, I always say this, there is a Call of Duty example coming up. I'm sorry. So say you play a ton of Call of Duty, but you can only progress so far as, say, the 3rd weapon. Out of all the weapons you can only unlock the first 3 weapons in the first week. And then the following week you can unlock another 3. And eventually, after months, you'll be able to prestige. It's frustrating as hell. I put in the time. I want all the toys. It's not, when you look at it like that, an unreasonable argument. And for some, it just comes down to they simply love the game. They want more to do. They want to be in this amazing world, and they just want to enjoy it. They want, as I say, things to do. To them, I say, hey, with these really quick weekly quests that you can just get out of the way if you want, in like one sitting, you're free to do whatever you want after that. You don't need Blizzard to hold your hand. You don't need Blizzard to tell you what to do, what to enjoy about this game. Now, I understand that right now there may not be enough for you to do. We've got people that absolutely love doing M+ dungeons. That's not there right now. We're locked out. We're literally in the first 2 weeks. Think of this as the time when people are, who can't 24/7 push this game, who are still leveling. But to turn around and say there is nothing to do right now is crazy and blatantly untrue. Now, it may be that your only enjoyment is the story. That's what you love about this game. You play it as kind of like a single player mentality. Then I would say, what are you doing playing right at the start of an expansion? You should be literally just starting BFA right now, so that you can go through all of that in one sitting on your own with nobody bothering you, just like a single player experience. In some way or another, we have always had barriers that have blocked us in the story, always waiting for that next thing to unlock so we can see what happens. It's nothing new. Now, there are some that just don't like open-endedness. They like structure. They like a quest, if you will. Those that don't see the appeal to wandering around in GTA, just getting up to mischief. And as I've said before, Blizzard do a shockingly bad job of showing people all that WoW has to offer. And why not have something like, this is a side note, I get it, but why not have like a quest giver in the capital city that you go and talk to and they just literally send you off on a random quest that you haven't completed yet, anywhere in WoW? Or maybe just picks a random achievement, again, that you haven't done, and says, hey, why not give this a go? Go for it, go try it. It would give them something to try and achieve, and then give, I don't know, silly things like an explorer token, and you can buy simple things from a little vendor. Great, something to do. And in truth, there are a number of reasons to get frustrated with time gating. I understand that. But when I read the forums, it seems like it all boils down to one thing, and I hate to say it, but it's, I need to be better than you. I play this game more than you, so therefore I should just be better. And I need some way of proving that I'm better than you. Now, if you're a mythic raider, you're currently getting ready to enter the castle. You know what your goal is, and once the dust has cleared, you will have achievements, gear, titles, potentially mounts, whatever it may be. And that is the thing, you can stamp in the ground, you can plant your flag and say, hey, this is what I've achieved. If you love M+, then at the end of Season 1, you get a brand new sexy mount so long as you have pushed yourself and you completed all the dungeons, plus 15 in time. Again, if you're a PvPer, you get a sexy mount, showing off that you've pushed yourself, that you've challenged yourself and overcome those challenges in PvP. These are badges of honour. These are badges that the vast majority of players don't get. It's why they're impressive. It's why we have boosting. It's why boosting is so popular, because people want these things, these badges of honour, without working for them. And on a side note, I've never understood that logic. It's like I can order a certificate online that says I'm a brain surgeon, but trust me, you don't want me anywhere near you should you actually require surgery. It means nothing. Oh, but back to our regularly scheduled program. For someone that plays WoW 24/7 but doesn't raid or do M+, or PvP, their only mark of achievement was being further ahead of somebody else. And the bonus that potentially gave them in gear, rep, mounts, titles, whatever, it was a way of showing off that I'm better than you. It's a way of saying I'm better than the little people because I'm further ahead. And it's the frustration that this can't happen now that boils over into the forums. And then the tinfoil hats come out. That Blizzard are doing this to force players to sub or to force players to play more for their metrics. I kid you not, I have seen someone use both those statements in the same argument. That time gating forces players to continue their subs so that they can see the next part of the story. It keeps the sub dragging out. And that by giving us these little time gated weekly things, by giving us basically nothing to do, it forces us to play more. Now keep in mind, this is a forum about there being nothing to do. Well, newsflash for you, Jimmy! You know what most of us do when we stop enjoying the game, or have nothing left to do? And this applies to any game, not just World of Warcraft. We stop playing. It's a crazy idea, I know. At the end of the day, Blizzard have all the metrics on WoW. They know the average player time, how much time we can dedicate to World of Warcraft. They know the level players achieve when in the game. It's the whole reason the starting zone was revamped, because nobody gets past level 10. Was the whole point. So many players drop out before level 10, it was untrue, so they created Exile's Reach just for that. And speaking of that, they know when players quit. And Blizzard have taken all of this data and they have made Shadowlands. BFA was a push to force players into the grind, to force players to log on. What did it do? It wiped out hundreds of thousands of the player base. For me personally, and this is 100% honest, it wiped out a good 90% of my friends list. People that used to love playing WoW just stopped. That is not good for business. These targets are for people that have lives outside of Azeroth. They have jobs, they have families. They can easily achieve this 1,000 anima in a week. My best friend, my best mate Matt, and my wife Cuddles are two prime examples of the people this works for. Matt now has a family. He wants to come back and play Shadowlands, but doesn't know how much time he can commit. A couple of hours maybe here and there. Well, that's perfect for him. He may not be able to get all of the mounts of the toys and everything else, all of the extras, but he's not going to fall behind. He's not going to lose heart. Cuddles at times, because of her work, cannot play for a week at a time. So being able just to catch up is great. She never needs to worry or feel stressed that everyone in the guild is so much further ahead, and for us to step back and help her is all of a sudden a big inconvenience. There is this mindset in WoW that we must rush everything, devour all content like locusts. But the truth is, this is an expansion. It'll be with us for years. Then we'll have the next one that comes out. You will never reach this goal of achieving everything until the day they pull the plug and it's all over. So relax, set yourself some personal goals. Whether it be that you want a certain item level for this tier, whether there are mounts you want to get, alts you want to level, an amount of gold you wish to achieve, a certain transmog that you want to get. I don't know, that you want to raid for the first time, or you want to push Mythic Plus as hard as you can, you want to try PvP, whatever it is. Whatever the goal may be, try and achieve it. If you do, great. Set the bar a little higher, or something different maybe. If you don't achieve it, as long as you had a laugh and you had some fun doing it, that's all good as well. WoW is not a way of life, it's a game like any other game. Take it from someone that was that elitist jerk that everybody hates back when I played Call of Duty. I knew all the stats of every gun. I would laugh at somebody if they used the wrong thing because they enjoyed it. But like, no! That's far too long kill time. You don't want that. And realistically, looking back, the only memories that I take away from those games are when I was having fun. I don't care whether I was chasing a KD or eye level. It means so little now time has moved on. What I remember are things like leveling with Cuddles and laughing constantly. Getting invincible and ashes on the same day. Doing my first M+ with a guild. 4 of us on the dock fishing and talking rubbish literally for a whole day. I could go on and on, but all the things I remember are the silly things that were fun. If you want some content, then just take a break. There are plenty of good games out there at the moment. Come back when the renown is all unlocked, and you will have so much content to get your teeth into. At the end of the day, play the game as you enjoy it within the confines of what we are given. If you don't enjoy that or you can't do that, then unsub. Speak with your wallet. Shadowlands is literally the product of hundreds of thousands of players walking away because of BFA. And I, for one, have no interest in returning to BFA. So I'm happy to have some friends back and to see what Shadowlands has to offer. But that is enough for me, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe. Do not go onto the forums. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.